Why hasn't the real estate market crashed? At the beginning of the year, over 60% of Americans thought the real estate market was going to crash in 2023. But we're at the midway point and that hasn't happened at all. And you can understand why people might have thought that last year. If you go 1 year back to now, we were seeing houses go $50,000, $100,000, $200,000 over asking, the highest prices that they've ever sold at. And we saw interest rates start to move up, and they moved up really quickly, historically quickly, through the second half of last year. And prices up, interest rates up, that makes affordability go down. And so you can see why people are like, hey, this is not sustainable. There's not going to be the demand to buy houses at these prices. Thus, maybe the market will crash. But here we are at the midway point of 2023, and that has not happened at all. Not at all. So if you are hearing that anywhere, that is not accurate. We just got the May statistics back. The prices this May to last May are within a couple percentage points of each other. So those prices people got when they were being bid way up over asking, those prices have held. New houses in the neighborhood have asked those prices, and even with interest rates at some points double what they were last year, people are buying those houses at that price. The days on market in Atlanta, less than 2 weeks. Houses selling on less than 2 weeks in average. That's not a crashing market. And the sales price to list price, that means how much sellers are getting for their house relative to their asking. It is 100%. It is not a crashing market when sellers are getting the exact asking price on average, which means a lot of times they're getting more. So how did we get here when so many of y'all thought the market was going to crash? And it comes down, in my opinion, to two things. One, there is limited supply. The increased interest rates, their interest rates going up has made a lot of people decide, hey, I'm just going to stay where I am. I like my house and I like my interest rate and I'm not moving. And that has decreased supply. So we do have decreased demand relative to last year, but the supply versus the demand, that ratio is pretty much in line, which is why you're seeing sellers get their asking price and houses selling in less than 2 weeks. So the supply and demand have moved down together, and that's kept the ratio basically intact. Secondly is people still believe in real estate long-term, and there's a need for it. People need a place to live and believe that long-term it's going to be a good investment, especially here in Atlanta where there's so much growth and development. My wife and I were out at dinner last night on the top of Pond City Market, and I counted 13 cranes. I could see 13 cranes from all the development that's happening just in this one little glimpse. And people believe, hey, Atlanta's growing. It's a great place to be. It's a great place to own real estate. And I need a place to live. And my big takeaway on this is don't try to time the market. Make a wise decision based on your personal situation of whether you should buy or sell. And if you need help thinking through your personal situation, we'd love to do it. Reach out like so many of you do. And everybody else, we'll see you again next week.